Welcome everyone to today's masterclass, How Monday Uses Monday for Marketing. Now yes, I know it sounds a little meta, Monday talking about Monday, but stick with me because what you'll see today are principles that apply to any marketing team in any industry. We'll use Elevate, our biggest global marketing program, as the example. It's grown from a single flagship event into thousands of attendees worldwide across regions, formats, and time zones. But the real takeaway here isn't about how we ran a big event. It's about how we built the systems behind it. The habits, workflows, and structure that allows teams to scale without chaos. So whether you're in B2B, higher education, retail, or running the next viral TikTok campaign, there's something here for you. So a little bit about me. I'm Ella, a strategic customer success manager here at Monday. I spent the last decade helping marketing teams find better ways to plan, execute, and actually measure success. And honestly, that's what makes me love this story, because our global events team went through the same growing pains I see with my clients every single day. Too many tools, unclear ownership, and endless reporting headaches. The transformation they went through with Monday is exactly the kind of shift I help my customers make, moving from chasing tasks to driving real outcomes. So here's how we'll break it down today. First, we'll look at the evolution of Elevate, so how it grew from a single flagship event into a global program. Then, we'll explore how the global events team runs marketing at scale alongside Monday.com, the real nuts and bolts. And then finally, we'll wrap up with a few takeaways you can bring back to your own teams. So practical lessons for building scalable marketing teams. Now, as we go through, think about your own process. How do you manage campaigns today? What would you like to take to maybe double or even 10x your output without doubling your stress? So let's rewind for a second. Elevate started in 2019 as one flagship event. A few boards, late nights, and a lot of spreadsheet. It worked when things were small, but as the audience grew, so did the complexity. They had more regions, more campaigns, and more people asking for updates. Sound familiar? Well, by 2021, Elevate had evolved into both online and in-person events, and suddenly, manual coordination just wasn't cutting it anymore. Fast forward to 2024, and Elevate had exploded. 3,000 plus attendees across New York, Sydney, and London, plus hundreds of thousands joining online, an incredible milestone. But it raised a huge question. How do you keep scaling without burning out or losing consistency? That's when the global events team was created, not to add headcount, but to build a system that could actually scale with them. So one of the first things the team did was grab WorkCanvas, our online whiteboard, and map out how they actually work together. Because when you're building something new, half the challenge isn't the work, it's figuring out who does what and how everything connects. They mapped it visually, who owns campaign strategy, who manages design, and where collaboration needs to happen. In one shared space, they could see the core Elevate team running campaigns from end to end, surrounded by key partners like regions, marketing, and operations. It wasn't about hierarchy or titles, it was about visibility. Everyone finally saw where they fit, how they contributed, and who they relied on. And that clarity brought instant alignment. When campaigns kicked off, there was no confusion, no duplicated work, just clear ownership and smooth collaboration. And as Elevate continued to grow, that same canvas grew with them. It became a living snapshot of the team, showing new roles, partners, and functions like analytics as they joined the mix. No more rebuilding org charts or explaining processes every time someone new came in. They simply updated the canvas and kept it moving. And because WorkCanvas connects directly with Monday.com, their structure sits right next to their workflows. So as they scaled, they stayed aligned, proving that clarity isn't just a nice to have, it's a growth strategy. So before this setup, Elevate lived under the broader marketing org. Each region had their own way of running things, their own templates, their own metrics, and their own pain points. Eventually, the team realized if they wanted to scale, they needed one connected system. They identified 3 core needs that every marketer can probably relate to. Number 1, scalability and consistency. So repeatable campaigns that don't reinvent the wheel. Number 2, collaboration at scale. Keeping internal teams and external vendors aligned. And number 3, performance and visibility, giving leadership one clear view of what's working. So the goal wasn't to start from scratch. It was to centralize and standardize how Elevate had managed so the team could scale confidently without the chaos. The first big focus was standardization, creating a consistent way to plan and run campaigns. Before, every region did things a little differently, which was fine when Elevate was small, but impossible to sustain as it grew. So the team built 2 master templates in Monday, one for Elevate Online and one for Elevate in person. Now, every single one of those campaigns starts from one of those templates. That means the same groups, columns, and connected boards every single time. It brought instant consistency so teams could speak the same language, track progress the same way, and compare performances across regions without any of the guesswork. So, here's where that comes to life. This is the Elevate Online Master Campaign Board, the starting point for every campaign. It's created from one of the templates from the Template Center, so every new project starts with the same structure. The board is organized into groups, so one for key events and milestones, and others for specific channels like email or in-app campaigns. Now, looking at the columns, you can see that they keep everything in a clear and visual structure. So you have owner for accountability, type for milestones, emails or in-app activity, stage, which event phase it supports, so geo expansion or early bird or last minute push, what's most critical. And then connected boards, linking directly to execution boards like email or website. What used to be scattered across tools and spreadsheets is now unified in one source of truth. High-level planning happens here, while day-to-day execution happens in the connected boards, keeping everything perfectly aligned. Next up, collaboration at scale. So let's start with the email campaigns board. This board manages every event email from early bird promo to any follow-ups. Each campaign moves through statuses like brief ready with content, scheduled, and sent, so everyone knows exactly where things stand. It also pulls in performance data like open and click-through rates directly through integrated systems. Each campaign links to a Monday doc brief built from a template where the team can write copy, they can also embed visuals and comment right with the context. They even use Sidekick, our AI assistant, to suggest subject lines or optimize the content. This helps the teams to start faster while keeping everything in one place. Now, the website board. This one's shareable, so external vendors can collaborate securely. It's organized into groups like high-level plan, QA, and live development, giving everyone visibility into what's being tested or launched. And then when you switch to the Kanban view, you can literally drag work through stages like QA and launch, making progress visual for everyone involved. Together, these boards connect back to the master campaign board, so internal and external work all flow together in one connected ecosystem. Now, this is where it all comes together, the dashboards. Instead of chasing data across tools, all the information from the email and website boards flows here, giving leadership one clear view of performance. These dashboards don't just show numbers, they tell the story of every single campaign. The countdown widget keeps deadlines front and center. The battery widget shows overall campaign health, kind of like a pulse check. And then the calendar view lays out all the campaign timelines, making it easy to spot any overlaps before they happen. The chart widget compares engagement rates, registrations, attendance, turning data into insight. And then the workload widget helps balance capacity. So this way, no one's overloaded and you can see where there's room to support any key milestones. Together, these dashboards transform reporting from something reactive to real-time visibility. Leaders get instant clarity, teams stop chasing updates, and everyone can focus on scaling Elevate. So, what can we learn from this? The global team scaled Elevate by standardizing their campaigns. Then it allowed them to break down barriers into collaboration, And lastly, centralized visibility with real-time reporting. They proved that growth doesn't come from doing more, it comes from doing things better, with the right systems in place. And the same building blocks that helped Elevate double in size are available to every marketing team, no matter your size or industry. So whether you're just getting started with Monday.com or already scaling your workflows, I hope this gives you some ideas you can take back to your own team. Because when structure and creativity work together, that's when the real growth happens. This was a masterclass on how Monday uses Monday for marketing. I'm Ella, and thank you for watching.